Are 20% EICRs enough? I'd suggest not. So imagine this, you've had a property, it was last rewired 30 years ago, since then nigh on untouched. 30 years is a long time. 20% EICR is 20% of the sockets, 20% of the lights. You've probably got one cooker, should be looked at, one shower, should be looked at, etc, etc. At the end of a 20% EICR, you've got a 30-year-old property, 80% of which is still in its old state, 20% of which is kind of brought back up to as close as it can get to rewired state. Is that enough? Probably not. So what we've started suggesting and offering is an 80% EICR. And we say 80 because we can't promise 100. There's always going to be the one socket that's hidden behind a wardrobe. There's always going to be the one socket that's buried behind a kitchen unit. There's always going to be a light that we're going to miss in a cupboard somewhere or something like that. So we say 80. We also offer quick wins. So essentially, whilst we're running around, we're opening up the light switches, opening up the sockets. If we see something, if there's a loose connection or something's popped out, or the actual screw terminals that pinch down on the cables, if they're not tight, we'll do all that as we go. And we rack up a PC sum called Quick Win Sum. That will bring your property essentially as close to rewired state as possible. Obviously the cables are still old, but it will bring it as close to the point at which it was first put in, because copper's soft. You know, terminations, they do get loose over time. Cables do fall out over time. So that's what we're offering, and to be honest, it should be mandatory.